Hey baddies, it's your girl Sham and I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you could be a baddie too. So obviously, as you can tell by the title, I'm getting Invisaligns, but let me just go ahead and tell you guys right now that this is not the transformation vlog video. I will be tracking my journey and I will put out a vlog of my full 20-week transformation at a later date because I obviously don't have the Invisaligns right now. But this video is actually telling you guys why I'm getting Invisalign. So if that sounds interesting, stay tuned. You got me twisted. You got me twisted. Okay, so before we get too deep into the video, let me go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can see what my teeth look like. First, let me check, make sure I ain't got nothing in them, because I did just eat not too long ago. Cheese. Okay. So, don't look at my acne. This is what my teeth look like. There's a space right here in the middle, obviously. There's also a slight space in between these two teeth. And then if you look at my bottom teeth, right at the very bottom where my teeth and my gums kind of meet, you see those little spaces? So those are what my teeth look like. Let me pull you guys back out. So I did have braces at one point in time. I got braces on 7th grade. Probably not in the beginning of 7th grade, but it was definitely like still fall going into winter is when I first got braces on. Buddy quoted me 18 months and it took him 4 years. I did not get my braces off until I want to say the first week of my junior year in high school. If I can find a picture, maybe like my 6th grade picture of what my teeth looked like before I had braces, I will go ahead and post it like right over here. Now, I will say I did have a big space in between my two front teeth. I don't actually remember my teeth being crooked or anything. I just remember having a big old space in the middle that he was supposed to be closing. For whatever reason, he tried to blame it on me, saying that I had really long roots connected to my teeth, that they were going all the way up to here, and that's why he could not move my teeth as easily, or that's why it was taking him so long to move my teeth or whatever. I also, so because here's the tea, they told me 18 months, it took them 4 years. At some point after the 18 months was up, I remember my mom getting into it with them because they were trying to make her they were pretty much trying to continue charging her for me coming in for treatment when she was already paid off. You know, she's like, y'all said 18 months. I paid y'all the amount that you quoted me. If y'all aren't done, that's not my problem. You know, makes sense, right? So they were just, for whatever reason, mad about that. So I honestly feel like he was just like, I mean, he did what he was supposed to do, but at the same time, I feel like he didn't really do what he was supposed to do because they was mad because he was doing work and he wasn't getting paid for it, you know? So it took him 4 years. When they took my braces off, I will tell you guys, honestly, genuinely, right off the bat, whenever I would take my retainers off, the space in the middle would open up. And if I would put my retainers back in, because, so once you get your braces off, you're supposed to wear your retainers 24/7 for like the first 6 months, and then after that you wear it just at night until the end of forever. So I would wear my retainers faithfully because I just had braces on my teeth for 4 years. Like, why would I, you know, play that game? So I would wear my retainers religiously. However, when I would take them out for 30 minutes to like eat, the space would open up. So I honestly thought that it was like my gums in between my two front teeth, because for whatever reason, I just feel like I have a big chunky piece of gums right there. So I thought it was like my gums trying to expand back to like their regular, normal, relaxed shape or whatever, and that was causing the space to stay open. But I was in high school. I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not a dentist, I'm not an oral specialist, anything like that. So I don't know, I just thought it was my fault, you know? I'm like, oh, my gums are probably just expanding in like the space. So I had the clear retainers. They weren't like Invisalign retainers, but they were like the little clear modern retainers that everybody pretty much gets nowadays. And for whatever reason, they kept breaking. Like, the bottom ones were fine. I still to this day have my original bottom retainers. I don't wear them anymore, but I do have them. The top ones, for whatever reason, they kept breaking, and it was always either in this back corner or this back corner, like right where the molars are. For whatever reason, it would like snap right around there. So he had to continuously keep making my retainers. First of all, he had to remake them 2 or 3 times initially because they kept having air bubbles in them. Like, the mold kept coming back with air bubbles in it. And so I would put the retainers in, and it's supposed to look clear and like my teeth, and there's air bubbles. And of course my mom was like, no, y'all need to fix this. So he redid my initial retainers like 2 or 3 times. Then at some point they broke, and I don't remember how long it was till he told me to come back. I feel like it was a day or 2. It definitely wasn't the same day. It was like the next day or 2 days later where he was like, come in and we'll redo your retainers. But at that point, I had a space in between my 2 front teeth because, like I said, if I took my retainers out for more than 30 minutes, I had a space. Not even for more than 30 minutes. If I took them out for 30 minutes, the space would be there. So he remolded my retainers a day or 2 later with the space in between my 2 front teeth. Now, the space wasn't as big as this one is right now, but I'll get into that in a second. Okay, so he remolds my retainers with the space in it. I honestly feel like I should have said something to him at that very moment, but I was in high school. I'm pretty sure I was 16. I know I was driving myself back and forth to my orthodontist appointment, so I was either 16 or 17, but I'm pretty sure I was like 16. And I'm not going to hold myself responsible for speaking up because, like, I was a child, you know. And I was honestly still at the age where, like, my mom was scheduling my doctor's appointments, you know. She would come with me to the doctors, and I would look at her when they asked what's wrong. You know how, like, you're like, Mom, can you come with me to the doctor? I need to go to the doctor. And then the doctor's like, okay, what's wrong? And then you're looking at your mom, and your mom is explaining to them what's wrong with you. That's, you know, the type of child that I was. I was not the outspoken person that I am today. So I'm not going to hold myself responsible for speaking up for myself, even though I should have at the time. But I just went ahead and let him, like, remold the retainers because I don't know. And at that point, those broke. And my mom was like, okay, y'all obviously need to give her a different type of retainers because the ones that y'all are giving her aren't working. Simple, right? I hadn't even had my braces off for a year, and the retainers was breaking like every couple months. So at that point, he gave me a wired retainer, but it wasn't the traditional wired retainer. It had plastic around the wire, so the front of it kind of looked like braces with like the plastic and just like the metal, but the back of it that was touching my teeth had ridges for each one of my like teeth to sit in. Hopefully that makes sense. If I could find a picture of what I'm talking about, I'll post it. Otherwise, y'all just have to use your imagination. So I had those retainers, and I wore those retainers for a long little minute or whatever, but this is pretty much where my space has settled. This is where it likes to sit. It has not moved for years. I did stop wearing my retainers. My bottom teeth have not moved at all. I could find my original retainers and put those in, and like, it's not gonna be no pain, no problems, no nothing. My bottom teeth have not moved. I can guarantee you that. My top teeth, if I were to put the retainers in, the space will close maybe 1/2 millimeter. Like, the retainers, when I put them in, they don't close the space. There's still a space in between my 2 front teeth, and like I said, because I stopped wearing my retainers, it probably opened 1/2 millimeter, but it also has not moved. I know that for a fact because I have actually have several mouth guards from college. I had TMJ really bad for me, like, being stressed and clenching my jaws at night. So those retainers, my those mouth guards that were similar to retainers from when I had TMJ, those still fit, and I got those in college. So I know for a fact my teeth haven't moved. So long story short, that's my braces story. So I decided I wanted to get Invisaligns because at this point I'm 25 years old. Actually, I started looking into Invisaligns when I was 23, but at this point I'm 25 years old, and I've pretty much had this space in between my 2 front teeth for my whole life. The space at one point was closed for maybe like 3 to 6 months, if that. And then there's always been a space since then, and it's just like, okay, I've lived my life with the space and now I'm over it. Also, sometimes because of the space in the middle, it's not so small to where like nothing gets stuck in it. Like I get food stuck in it. Sometimes the inside of my lip will get caught in it if I'm like talking or eating funny. I don't know. It's very weird when it happens, but it has happened where like the inside of my lip will get sucked into the gap and it hurts really, 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 really bad. So I'm just over it. Like, I'm over it, and I could have gotten traditional braces, but no shade to anybody that's an adult with traditional braces, but I'm grown. And not only am I grown, I did my time when it comes to traditional braces. I had braces on for 4 years. I did the whole metal mouth, the you can't eat what you want to eat, how you want to eat it, the wires cutting you in the back and the brackets slicing the inside of your mouth open. Like, I did my time. I did hard time. But on top of that, and I know I'm saying I'm grown, but I look really young. Okay, I could pass for like a junior in high school, to be quite honest with you. So imagine me being 25 years old, passing for like a junior in high school. I have acne, and then I have metal braces on top of that. Like, no, absolutely not. And being young, or like looking young, is a plus, but I don't want to look childish. I don't. Like, I already look super young, so I'm not trying to look like a child anymore. Like, I'm 25 years old. And again, I did my time with braces. I did more than enough time with the traditional metal braces. So I did start looking into Invisalign options because I want my teeth straight, and I just figured that was the best option for me personally. So I started this, like I said, I was 23 when I started looking into it. And the first place I went was Smile Direct Club. So I did my consultation with Smile Direct Club. I did not know that I was not going to see an orthodontist during the consultation. I knew it was an at-home process where like they were gonna send you all of the stuff, all of your aligners at once or whatever. But I thought I was at least going to see an orthodontist originally, until I got there and it was a sales representative, and I was just disappointed. On top of that, he did not look at my teeth. He had me smile. He was like, oh, I'm assuming you want to close the space. And I'm like, yeah. And so he was like, okay, we could get that done in 6 months, and it's going to cost you between $1,800 and $1,900 depending on how you want to pay for it. And was trying to like sign me up right then and there to get the Smile Direct aligners. And I'm like, let me go home and think about it. So like I went home and I thought about it, and I did some more research, and it just wasn't the move for me. Like, I'm from Chicago. People from Chicago invented scamming, so I know a scam when I see one, right? And it was just very much giving me scammer vibes. And here's why. Okay, I'm not just saying this for no reason. First of all, having been through the orthodontist process before, there can possibly be times where what they want to do doesn't work, or there's a mishap, and they have to readjust what the plan is. Like, at one point they had closed my space and the bracket broke, and so they had to go back and reclose it, and then also reshift all of the other teeth that got moved because my space opened back up. So, you know, there's times where stuff goes wrong and you have to readjust the plan. So you sending me all of my aligners at home at one time doesn't allow room for you to readjust the plan if it doesn't go as planned. Also, just doing more research, you can't move all of your teeth the way that you want to by just putting in those little plastic retainers. And I say that because when you get traditional braces, they put brackets on every last one of your teeth. That is to help move the tooth. It applies pressure and moves each tooth. That's how they do it. With Invisaligns, they don't put brackets on each and every tooth, but they will put brackets on certain teeth to then put more pressure on those teeth to get the look that they're trying to achieve. And come to find out, if because I was watching people's YouTube videos. If you finish the aligners that they send you and you're not satisfied, they make you pay for the additional aligners to try and get your teeth however they want them. But like, the whole aspect of not seeing an orthodontist in person also wasn't sitting well with me, because you looking at my teeth over the computer, or like doing the how do I want to explain this? I just wasn't comfortable with the fact that I was never going to see an orthodontist, because y'all have an idea on the computer of how you want to move my teeth, but that might not be what's actually going on in reality, and y'all won't know that because I'm never seeing an orthodontist ever in person. Y'all aren't doing any type of x-rays or anything. Only thing they're having you do is make the mold at home and send it to them. And what if you did the mold wrong? Like, it was just a lot of what ifs and like variables that could have gone wrong, that I'm like, $1,800 and $1,900 is cheap, but you also get what you pay for. So I decided against Smile Direct Club, obviously, and that also kind of canceled out any of the other at-home orthodontist programs like Bite, and I want to say there's like 1 or 2 more that I can't think of off the top of my head. So I'm like, okay, at this point I need to get actual name brand Invisaligns. So I started researching the actual Invisaligns themselves. So one of my friends had Invisaligns, and she had just finished hers, so she got hers through Aspen Dental. So I went up there to get a consultation. The girl pretty much told me it was going to cost me $5,600. And she didn't really, she looked into my mouth, but she didn't like do an x-ray or do a computer simulation or anything. She was just like, oh, we start at $5,600, so like that's our baseline price, and regardless of how little or how much work you need, like, yeah, I'm not giving y'all $5,600 to close this space. And it's like, yes, I want my space closed, but $5,600, like, really? So after that, I went to my old dentist at the time. So she gave me a referral to this guy in Indiana. So I went to him. This was the first time anybody did a 3D. He did one of those little like 3D computer simulations. He also did x-rays and everything. And took me into his office and showed me what the plan was, how he was going to move my teeth, and whatever else. So this is the tea, right? Because he told me that just closing the space was not going to fix my issue. He said the work that my original orthodontist did was incorrect. And he showed me on the computer simulation and everything. He's like, your bottom teeth are in constant contact with your top teeth, and not only that, but it's too much contact. Like, if my bottom teeth are going to be touching my top teeth, it should be like this and not like this. So he's like, because of the way that your bottom teeth are contacting your top teeth, it's constantly hitting your top teeth and causing the space to sit the way that it's sitting. Me just closing it is not going to do anything. I need to move your bottom teeth back. So he actually suggested removing some of the enamel on my bottom teeth, which would get rid of those spaces in between my bottom teeth, and then allowing the extra room from removing the enamel to move them back, and then closing the space. But he also, because he was trying to give me like a Hollywood smile, where he was trying to push my canines up and get them in line with everything else, and like, you know, those veneers. I personally, I don't like the look of veneers. I don't like the look of everybody's veneers. Raven, at least, her veneers are on point. Like, she did what needed to be done. But other people be getting veneers and they have them going straight across, and they be the whitest white, and it looks nuts. He was trying to do that, and he wanted $6,800. And if I wasn't giving Aspen Dental $5,200, what made y'all think I was giving y'all $6,800? And he told me that was a kid's price. He was like, oh, we're going to give you the kid's price, $6,800. Sir, because at that point I could get actual veneers for about $6,800, but like, no, I don't want veneers. And yes, I want the space closed, but I'm not paying an arm and a leg for it. I'm just not. It's funny how it worked out, because me and my old dentist ended up getting into it. I didn't get into it with the dentist, but I got into it with the secretary, because I had scheduled an appointment for something. You know, they call to confirm your appointment. They called my dad. My dad, first of all, isn't even a patient there. So why they called him or how they called him, I don't know. He canceled my appointment because he's not a patient there, right? So he didn't end up telling, they called him on a Friday. He did not end up telling me till like Saturday or Sunday, and they were closed on the weekend. So of course I called him on Monday, which was the day of my appointment, and I'm like, first of all, I'm at this point, I think I was like 24. I'm 24 years old. Why did you call my dad to schedule to like confirm my appointment or whatever? Second of all, my dad's not even a patient there, so how y'all got us mixed up, I don't even know. But third of all, you canceled my appointment and you didn't even confirm it with me. So we just kind of ended up getting into it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm good off y'all anyway, because why are you calling my dad to confirm my appointment? Why? And then if you call him and he's telling you that he doesn't know what you're talking about, wouldn't you think, oh, I have the wrong person, let me try calling another number, or let me, like, I just, So I ended up going back to the dentist that I went to in high school, because when I was in college, my mom, like, switched dentists or whatever. So I ended up calling the dentist that I went to in high school, and he does Invisaligns. So it ended up working out perfectly, because he pretty much told me that the Invisaligns that he offers, if it's 13 trays or more, it's considered a full case, which will be $5,200. If it's 12 trays or less, it's considered an express case, and I could get the Invisaligns done for $2,600. So he did the mold of my teeth, sent it off. It got approved by Invisaligns, and it was only going to take 10 trays to fix what needed to be done. He also said the same thing as the guy in Indiana, which was that my bottom teeth are in too much contact with my top teeth. My bottom teeth need to be moved back and then close the space, and it should keep it closed. But he said that he's not going to have to remove any of my enamel, because there's like a 0.9 millimeter of a space right here that I showed you guys earlier. He's going to use that space to move my bottom teeth back, and then close the space, and everything will look nice and be copacetic. So yeah, it's gonna take me 10 trays in 2 weeks. Per tray is 20 weeks. So I'm really excited. By like October, November, I should be done with my treatment and be, you know, wearing my retainers or whatever. I'm just super excited to finally, you know, have a new look, have the look that I wanted to begin with that I didn't get. And you know, to embark on this new journey of having my two front teeth married together. Like, yes, it's going to be a look. Like, don't get me wrong, my teeth look pretty right now, but they're gonna look so much prettier when my two teeth are touching each other. Like, I cannot wait. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I know that was kind of like a long story, but it was a lot. Like, that whole process of going through the consultations and like figuring out who I was gonna go to and like listening to what they had to say about my teeth, it was a lot. So that's really all I have to say for you guys. If you got to the end of this video, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Also click the bell notification so that you get notified when I post every Sunday at 5 p.m. Also give me a big thumbs up or leave a comment down below if you like this type of content. Let me know if you guys had braces. Have you had Invisaligns? Do you prefer one over the other? Does it not really matter? Do y'all think it's not that deep? Like, should I just keep my coin and leave my teeth looking like this? I'm not going to, but like, is that what y'all think I should do? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what's up. Make sure that you guys follow me on social media at Sham the Baddest. Also, click that link in my description so that you can listen to my music, because your girl do be singing or whatever. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.